Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, and Rovi, and today we got some more FUDing news.
FUD, regulations, and big bad.
We're gonna be talking about endogenous money.
Okay.
We're gonna be talking about stablecoin ban.
Yes, but not official, but like
not official, but potentially on its way to being at least voted on in legislation.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we're going to be talking about CFTC and suing a DAO.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere as well. So overall, like contributing to the umbrella topic of the last couple of months, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's
ever since Tornado Cash.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just been like a whirlwind tunnel of like just every day, every week, some new United States regulatory body just like coming out.
Why do you
saying
think
some stuff?
Why do you think all this spawns like just in the bear?
I've been wondering, is it just now that we're all paying attention? Is that what it is? Have they been doing stuff all along that we just didn't care about because we were too busy flipping, JPEGs?
Yeah.
Or is this like a coordinated thing? It's like they've been paying attention. It's like, all right, the market is simmering down. Time to like strike.
I feel like it's been happening all along. And I feel like we did, during the bull cycle, we did talk about little FUD stuff.
But it definitely didn't feel this constant.
No, it didn't feel this constant or this huge either.
And it's also, it's definitely, it's all of that. It's a bear market. There's not much to talk about as far as what's hot in the market at the moment, because literally nothing is.
Yeah.
It's very hard to find any kind of micro trends within the crypto space. So, having said all that, this is the perfect time to kind of get up to date on what it is the regulatory frameworks are going to end up to be, I guess, for the future of the crypto industry, right? So, and this is going to affect a lot of things. We just had an interview. It'll appear on our channel at some point.
Yeah.
You can definitely check that out with a founder of a, I guess, what's the word? Endogenous stablecoin protocol.
Yeah.
So according to this legislation, that will be a banned product, right?
Potentially.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. So according to Bloomberg, it says House stablecoin bill would put 2-year ban on Terra-like coins. So Terra-like coin is an algorithmically backed stablecoin, and it's not just the algorithms; it is an endogenous backed stablecoin, meaning. Let me read the description here, just so we're clear.
Literally, nobody's ever heard this word before.
Yeah,
seriously. So don't feel surprised. You don't know what that means.
Yeah. Endogenous money is an economy's supply of money that is determined endogenously.
Really?
Okay.
Great.
That is as a result of the interactions of other economic variables, rather than exogenously by an external authority such as a central bank. So basically the differences between a USDC and Tether, which is backed by one-for-one currency, a bank.
Comes from the central bank, right? Yeah.
Versus a token like DAI, which is backed by tokens.
Collateral.
Yeah, collateral.
Some
that
is tied to the central bank, right? I think 50% or so USDC, but others tied to literally nothing.
Yeah, ETH. Yeah,
the merit of its own value ecosystem, but independent of a central bank.
That qualifies as endogenous money.
Yeah, so that's very threatening to DeFi, right?
Yeah,
that's the big thing. I know, and there's been lots of hints that DeFi at some point was going to get attacked. I've always suspected it. Just because of the nature of what DeFi enables, and it enables good things for a lot of people who in our planet who don't have access to financial instruments or financial services. So that's an obvious good, but it can be interpreted as a potential disruptive force for these already present institutional financial services. So the United States has a lot of stake in these systems. So DeFi can be interpreted as potentially damaging. So we didn't necessarily know how they were going to go after DeFi, but attacking its stable currency,
which is the fundamental,
the foundation to all. Yeah, it is the primitive, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, the most important one.
yeah.
So that will destabilize all of DeFi if this gets enacted, and ultimately, a lot of the countries are trying to build their own CBDCs, centralized bank digital currencies, and it's funny, they have a 2-year ban.
Yeah, 2 years.
It's not a complete ban of
good point.
bans. I thought that was interesting. It's a 2-year ban. So it's either to like understand this endogenous type of backed currency, or
put like a slowdown on like the whole progression of it. I guess.
Yeah,
Just make sure the regulation can catch up. I mean, because this was all sparked by Terra Luna, right? Like the crash of that.
Yeah,
Which was a big thing, and it's something like, remember we've been talking about how the governments enacted legislation. It's always reactionary, right? It's always something has to happen to ping their radars. Like, okay, there's a clear problem here. Now it's time to legislate.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what's happening. Terra Luna was a big enough hiccup, I guess, to where it caught everybody's attention.
Yeah. Now, but what if Terra Luna would never got hacked? We wouldn't see the situation.
Yeah, I don't think so. Absolutely not. So
if someone didn't use a flash loan to compromise all of Luna, then
yeah, like if all of a sudden Tether has had like a lot of FUD associated with it since its inception.
And still, man, I mean, I was like perusing in Twitter, people are still talking about how regulation is still going after Tether to confirm whether it's backed by the dollar.
Yeah, but like if these things actually came to be confirmed, and like all of a sudden the valuation of a Tether was completely depegged from what it says it's pegged to. Yeah, you would see legislation come out saying, "Hey, maybe can't do that anymore." Or something.
So full ban.
I don't know, but the point is, now that the Terra Luna went through what it does, now it's put like a bad, I guess, image on the whole algorithm stablecoin side, because we talked to the guy.
Publius,
who founded a protocol of his own. And he said it himself, like most of these algorithmically backed stable coins, they have very short lifespans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's very difficult to actually find the right mechanisms to stabilize those pegs, right? So
yeah,
I mean, there is a lot of risk for sure. So maybe, but nonetheless, by putting a ban on this stuff, it's hampering innovation, right? We can't actually find a sustainable model if you just ban it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which, I mean, I guess from their perspective, who cares, right? But from like the Web3 ethos perspective, like that sucks.
I mean, I feel like we need to discover sustainable models, right? Well, that innovation needs to lead somewhere sustainable, so that regulation can actually take a look at it and see like what its effect is on like the global economy. And at that point, if they decide to like ban it, then it's,
justifiable.
Yeah, it could be considered justifiable. Doing it so early before like there's the innovation is actually, taking a foothold. Yeah. It just seems like, immature.
Yeah. But again, it's in reaction of what happened. Like, if Terra Luna wasn't exploited or whatever.
That's true.
Innovation would have continued on. The government wouldn't have caught wind of like, there's something that needs to be regulated here. So that's the problem. But nonetheless,
you don't think there's a better way to do it though? Like instead of banning, instead of like sanctioning and doing all these things, it's like
there probably is, but they're slow, dude. That's probably why it's like, dude, give us 2 years.
Yeah.
just chill out, guys, for a couple of years. Let us like understand everything. And we'll come back to you with like a proposal, I guess. After 2 years, you guys could start again on your trying to create like internet money,
fun money,
but actual real hard money though, independent of what exists today. Like that's the craziness about these algo coins, right?
Yeah, that they're not backed by like fiat money.
But just think about how crazy of an even idea that is. It's trying to create like a real hard money system, independent of like actual money.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's literally like trying to, but it's possible. All it takes is like confidence and consensus and all these things, like why people believe in anything, right? Why do I believe there's actually like water in this like vessel?
Yeah.
Well, because everybody else who looks at it like sees the same thing, right? But it might not actually be that. Yeah. It could be something entirely different, like from like a real, I don't know,
a simulation,
something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But the point is, we can all agree on things, and we can establish, potential money or value from this agreement. So the attempt is definitely worthy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But the government feels differently.
Man, we're dealing with like ancients here.
Yeah, but dude, we knew
it's funny. They need 2 years. We were like studying this for, deeply for like an afternoon, and we were able to like comprehend like the functionality of like some of these algorithmically backed stable coins.
Yeah, you could definitely understand it in less than 2 years for sure. but they have a lot more considerations as well. Like they have to consider all the other like industries this could potentially disrupt, or that's the government, dude. They gotta like play daddy.
Yeah, it just seems weird that they're reactionary, and then all of a sudden they do research, and now they're trying to prevent like
shit. They might actors. Do that, or like do research to try and like
create their own,
make their own version of it or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Who knows?
Okay,
but independent of that,
yeah. So we got
more government agencies like chiming in on like the Web3 space.
The CFTC. This is the Commodities Futures Trading.
Some shit like that. Yeah. I don't. It's in there, dude. Like it regulates, I believe, commodities or just
it's
hard assets.
Trading.
Yeah.
So they find
OkiDAO
and its members as an unincorporated association to the tune of $250,000. So not a huge number, but what's big is that they're suing an entire DAO.
Yeah, and it's like participants.
And it's participants, yeah. So I'm going to share this link in the description so you guys can take a read.
It's a pretty long thread. It's a juicy one. I liked it a lot.
But you showed me this. This is what they're suing.
Dude, it's that third eye. Dude, that's actually very like Illuminati, dude.
It is, right?
But it's also adorable. Do you really want to sue that? Well, the CFTC does.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, this is the poster child of DAOs somehow.
Right.
There's a lot crazier ones out there. But maybe that just means the bigger ones actually have incorporated.
Yeah.
So they're not targets.
So the total liability associated with an unincorporated association can be attached to any individual of that association.
Yeah.
So there's precedence here that if you're part of this unincorporated, any DAO, and I guess
whoever it's like assemblers, like who initiated the formation of an organization.
Yeah.
They don't go through the proper, I guess, like, rituals that any organization or business has to go through in the real world, right? So they're attaching those same parameters to Web3.
Yeah, and so the main things here is they fail to lack of registration under the Commodities Exchange Act and failing to do KYC under the Bank Secrecy Act.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to register your corporation, go through AML, all those things to make sure that you're not participating in any nefarious activity. And so that's why they're being sued, as they are just, just shooting from the hip.
Yeah.
Right. Worth noting, and this might be a silver lining in terms of the theory CFTC is pursuing for determining membership of the OkiDAO, the highlight is participation in DAO voting as an indication, right? That's
so basically if you use your tokens to stake in a voting governance decision, right? This happens in every DAO. As of right now, that's the main utility to most tokens in the crypto market. Like they act as governance vehicles.
Yeah,
that's what determines, I guess, your weight of the ecosystem right now. Of course, that even that in itself has flaws, but nonetheless, that's the current state of.
So what I wonder with this this lawsuit. What's the mechanism to like penalize?
Force?
Yeah, penalize everybody. What if they're not Americans?
That's a great question.
Like, what's the jurisdiction here?
Well, I guess you just kind of like, yeah, what's the jurisdiction? Well, isn't it kind of like a tornado cash situation? Yeah, it's a U.S. sanction, and like really U.S.
So basically,
citizens
U.S. people, yeah,
have to really like be cautious of this, but nonetheless, it's still like puts a hamper on the overall protocol and ecosystem.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Like, okay, let's say you're an American, you hold these tokens, you voted, right? Therefore, you're violating this law here.
Yeah, but not to your doing, right? Because you didn't actually set up the foundation of the DAO, right?
No, but I'm still being sued here technically.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
So my question is, all right, I made a violation. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
So how are they going to penalize me? Is it because they're going to work with Coinbase? My funds are my ETH address is connected to Coinbase, and therefore the CFTC knows my name as a result of working with Coin. Like, I'm curious as to like how all this is going to work.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if they've gotten to that point yet of like actually enforcing things. I think they're just declaring that enforcement is coming of some kind, right? Just I think this is just to get everybody's like frameworks, mental frameworks. Like if you're going to develop or like construct anything within the Web3 space, you're going to have to still abide by traditional regulatory standards, right? So if you want a DAO and you want participants of your DAO, you're going to have to set up that entity. You're going to have to inform your participants of like all these different entity formations and stuff like that, just like any other company or organization would.
You're going to have to do KYC now.
Yeah.
Make sure Americans aren't participating
Exactly. So this is going to be obviously
very
draining.
Back to being American kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, back to business as usual, basically. So, I don't know, man. That's what this whole bear cycle's been about. Like, so far, it's just been, the United States government bodies, they're putting out a hard stance on what it is they think, how this whole crypto industry should play out. And they're not doing, like, the mental justice of trying to figure out a new system.
Sure.
It just specifically
like
for
the rest
of
us
Web3.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just trying to like tailor what's happening in Web3 to like what exists for the traditional business space, right?
That's right.
Which is very lazy, right? I don't think they've actually deeply interpreted like what crypto assets and what distributed ecosystems are,
I was listening to a podcast from Unchained, and I forget the congressman that was being interviewed there, but he said that, they're talking about the Securities and Exchange Commission, and what he was saying was basically that cryptocurrencies, if they were all securities, then we can use existing protocols to measure and regulate all that. Yeah. However, it's clear that not all cryptocurrencies are securities, right? Yeah. And so as a result, we need to come up with a new category for said cryptocurrencies and have new regulation as a result.
I think that's why they're pushing so hard to label everything as a security, just because it eases the legislative process. Right,
that's true. That's a good point.
They'd rather just go after us, and
but you know what? It goes back to our 1 hour podcast about they're trying to make things easier by just labeling everything as
if it fitted in with what already exists, like you said.
If they were trying to make it so easy, then they should just reconsider what an accredited investor is, and all of a sudden it's extremely easy.
Yeah. I guess I don't know, dude, but. We've already established, and apparently Ripple's about to like just shat all over the SEC. Like they're up 40%, 30% right now because it hasn't been announced. But I'm assuming that uptick in price, like somebody knows. They're about to win their case against the SEC. So
they're gonna get sued again for insider trading, right?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe, probably, possibly. Yeah. But nonetheless, it's like fuck. Where was I going with that? I don't know, dude. The SEC.
Well, might have less ground
for sure
as a result of losing to Ripple.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it means something for the short term, I guess. Like they're just gonna have to find out a different angle or
it depends. It depends if the SEC actually loses or there's a settlement and it's not really a loss. It's more of like, all right, let's go after the next target.
Or that pump was like total fake news, and it's just like
maybe.
Actually, Ripple's about to lose, and the SEC is gonna like just completely, wreck us all. Something like that. I don't know. To be determined. Probably like a future video. We'll see once we actually get the full,
for sure,
confirmed outcome of that trial. But yeah, man, this is. At some point, I kind of want to like get off this regulatory train. Like it is interesting, and it's foundational, and it's gonna paint the future of our space.
Yeah.
fuck, man, it's just like too much.
Yeah,
space it out a little bit. You know what I mean? We got to get back to Polkadot and stuff, dude. We need to cover some projects here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you're following crypto and you're seeing all this stuff, it's definitely impactful for anyone creating any project in the crypto space.
Yeah.
And I guess the rate as to what we're seeing is kind of unprecedented. I don't remember ever having like a month-long stint of like just like regulation talk.
Just hits. But we knew it was coming at some point, right?
Yeah.
At least I did. Yeah, because
let us know what you think about banning stablecoins and the CFTC. I guess lawsuit against a DAO.
Crack down on DAOs, dude. Like DAOs pretty much are like businesses. They should operate like such. Most of them do not yet because for whatever reason, the members of DAOs don't think like savvy entrepreneurs. They're I don't know.
Eventually, they'll have to just because they need to, right?
Yeah. Nonetheless, the mechanism of a DAO is very powerful. It can like bring people together for a singular cause, and you can actually innovate from within the structure of a DAO, just like a business does.
Yeah, that's right.
And produce real tangible value in public goods for humanity, right? So all the government's saying, though, if y'all going to do that kind of stuff, dude, like, you're
going to have to like at least incorporate
and like give us our cut, basically.
Yeah.
That's really what they want at the end of the day. So it's just a nasty process getting there,
Yeah. All right, guys. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner, at MetaZone.io, and Rovi AI, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.